You're listening to What's On with Lionel. Today we'll be talking about TikTok in the process, or maybe getting banned in Australia. Here's Yuri with a little bit more of an insight.
Thank you, Levi. Popular video social media app TikTok will get banned from all Australian government devices due to security concerns around the Chinese-owned platform.
It's owned by Chinese people.
Yeah, because TikTok is owned by ByteDance, and ByteDance is a Chinese company.
I've heard something on this, and I think US also wants to ban it. Then
The US also wants to ban it. I feel like it's not anything about it because Joe Biden and Donald Trump had the same opinion.
yeah, because Donald Trump did it before Joe Biden was elected, and then after that, Joe Biden let it slide for about a year, and then he did it again.
Yeah, like they have the same opinion. I've never seen.
Yeah, but
So all government and department, all government devices, used by politicians and public people will no longer have access to the TikTok app, which is now. No, not right now, but it's in the process of them doing it. That's what's gonna happen in the future. The TikTok in my life, man. We're not gonna have it down.
I'm happy that they're banning it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are banning. A lot of people can say that, but TikTok is this and that and this and that.
Yeah.
Me personally, I do not have TikTok because of the security breaches of the Chinese.
Yeah.
Which I've just learnt today.
Yeah.
And also the stuff that they put on there. It's, what is it? 13 plus? No, 18 plus? What is it? 13 plus, yeah? 12 plus? 13 plus, okay. But a lot of kids are faking their age, which means I'm pretty sure that you can can't you enter it, but you have a certain amount of time, or you can't enter it if you're below the age.
And the color paints are fully updated. But what happens is if you they rely on this thing called age grading, right? Age grading is when they ask the user how old they are. Now, everybody knows most kids fake their age. They say that they're 18 or whatever, but they're actually not. So what? Me being one of them. But yeah. So what? You said? What they do is if they put in a user that's below 13 or whatever the age limit is, then they'll ban, they won't let you go. They're gonna say that you're too young. But then when you try and make it so that when you're under 18 or under whatever, they're gonna say no, you still can't because you're too young, which is a really smart method. Because if you put it not under 18 once, then they won't let you do it. Yeah. But then the thing is, you can just uninstall TikTok and then install it again. That removes all of the data and it removes everything pretty much. You can still do it. Yeah. Yeah. So Levi, have you heard anything about what Australia has said to TikTok?
Well, TikTok's general manager of Australia and New Zealand, Lee Hunter, said the company was extremely disappointed. I think he means the company.
Yeah.
And the exact words that he said was, "We are also disappointed that the government has refused to engage with us on this matter, instead preferring to have the media inform us of this change in government policy." That's what I think Lee Hunter said. Yeah. So
Hunter said again, he also said this again. We stress that there is no evidence to suggest that TikTok is in any way a security risk to Australians and should not be treated differently to any other social platforms. Because they think that they should not just TikTok has these types of security breaches. They shouldn't be treated differently because Facebook have different things as well. They don't do anything to Facebook, but for some reason they do it to TikTok, which I think could be partly racially motivated, but not fully, because TikTok CEO is Singaporean. A lot of people in the American TikTok hearing were saying, "Oh, you're Chinese. Oh, this happened. They don't trust Chinese." So it could be a little bit racially motivated.
And Mr. Hunter said TikTok's millions of Australian users deserve the government, which treated all businesses fairly, regardless of the country or origin.
Yeah.
Which I get that, because just because he's Chinese doesn't mean that his security isn't like good yet.
Yeah.
Because if the Chinese were that bad, nobody would even want to live in that country. It wouldn't have even been a country. It just would have been these little islands of people that they call different. But they've called them Chinese, so they're actually a part of our community, not our community, but they're a part of the globe. And you have to respect everybody of their differences and personalities. Like me, I'm a very straightforward guy, but some people might not like that. But that doesn't mean you go out and try and like report me and like cancel me, say, for me not doing anything wrong, just being different towards you.
So like, if I has a really important video, nothing should be racially motivated, which I don't think that is fair on most people's parts. Which I think is really sad to still see people being discriminated in like 2023. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like what's happening right now with the security, they're dissing the security breaches and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't mind them like saying, "Oh, I don't think it's safe. We don't think that it's safe on this."
Yeah.
But you know why? You know, like the US are gonna ban TikTok.
Yeah.
You know why they aren't banning Facebook and stuff?
Why?
Because it's owned by the US.
Yeah.
So the US ain't gonna do anything about it. Australia isn't gonna do anything about it. And like obviously, like if the UK had something wrong, Australia's not gonna do anything on that because we're still essentially owned by the UK. And then but it's actually really sad to still see countries and people's differences still getting judged. Yeah, and so Yuvi, how do you feel about 13 aged and under children having TikTok?
Well, I think that they shouldn't have a TikTok, first of all. But if they have TikTok, which me, if they have TikTok, then I think that they should make sure that they know how to use it properly and that they don't do anything bad or inappropriate. Because like I think a lot of kids like use TikTok for like bad reasons and stuff. So I think that children should be known how to use social media, but not in like bad ways.
Yeah, and I also heard this that the Australian government ban came after Britain's data watchdog, which is also known as the ICO, the Information Commissioner's Office, and they fined TikTok $23 million for breaching data protection laws, including using personal data of 13 and children aged under 13.
Yeah.
Without parental consent. Yeah, it's like so crazy. And apparently apparently the ICO estimated TikTok allowed as many as 1.4 million UK, so this is only the UK children under 13 to use its platform in 2020. Even though it sets 13 as a minimum age to create an account, which I still think is a little bit too young because there's some stuff on there which I've heard from other people that aren't good.
Oh.
And for you, have you heard anything else from like other countries or the UK? Yeah.
Well, I've heard that somebody was like in the American hearing. I heard somebody was like undercover, like they were a congressman, but they were like fighting for TikTok still. Which like that was really cool. Like I wanted to see somebody working like that, fighting for TikTok. But I think that America was like really. I think America was being like America was over exaggerating about TikTok. They're saying, "Oh, the American hearing." One of those stupid questions: Does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network? Honestly, how is it going to connect to the internet? Yeah,
and so yeah, I also heard that I think it might be a rumor, but it might be true. That some people like got posted like some posts that they did, or like the videos.
Yeah.
I don't really know much, but the how do you explain some of the messages that they've been saying to like friends and family?
Yeah.
Apparently they like did not recall saying that at all. And then some people have the conspiracy, which they think China is like breaching privacy.
Yeah.
Which, if they do, that's a very bad thing on China because
Yeah.
like, and also they like China put a bad image on them, which they didn't have to have because they weren't doing much bad, and then they just got racial harassment. But now if what people are saying they're actually doing,
Yeah.
that's bad because they're setting a bad image for themselves, and everybody's going to be like, well, even though we were being racist, everything that we were saying is true and was true. So now, what? You don't have any evidence to back up against us because we have been being racist, but you guys have just proved us right.
Yeah.
They're not making them prove them wrong at all,
Yeah.
which is I feel is just like a really bad thing.
Yeah, I think that like China already has a bad image because of other people's racism towards it, but just doing this just makes it even worse, honestly. Like, yeah, like I don't think they should ban TikTok just because it's owned by a Chinese company.
Yeah, but I also get where they're coming from because it's like nobody wants nobody wants any place to get like hacked, hacked or whatever was happening. It was kind of like security breaches and stuff. And when you like, because you have TikTok, when you like join TikTok, does it have any like terms and conditions of like?
Yes.
It does. Yeah, and in that it states that like privacy and all that. Yeah. So Yuri, does it actually like state privacy that they're not going to breach into your privacy and stuff?
I think it does.
Yeah, because like you have read a little bit of it, but like there's like 300 pages or so. Like it's like a lot of things, yeah. But I see some people they read like the first like bit, like very big part of it, and then like they just stop because they already know what they're expecting. And even though they make the terms and conditions, but like underneath that they say how they're gonna work.
And again, probably, yeah. They just create the top between them because that at the bottom is really where the juicy stuff is.
Yeah. Well, man, I don't even know what to talk about now. We've like covered. I feel like we've covered everything.
Yeah.
And I guess thanks for listening to What's on McGuire now, and we'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.